Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to Footy JUDGEMO people. And let's go to full screen. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are okay. Lots of news to talk about. We had an absolutely amazing couple of shows. We got an absolutely amazing couple of shows yesterday evening and this morning discussing all things Manchester City and all the charges and the lawsuit and all the thing that absolutely people wanted to talk about. And I want you to like the video now because we're here to talk some transfers. There are a lot of news. You know, this Leny Yoro guy, the kid, the 18 years old, that if I'm not mistaken, plays for Lille. If I'm not mistaken, plays for plays for Lille. He's fantastic, fantastic. Man United. And also there are rumors that Arsenal are in for Douglas Luiz. But Douglas Luiz kind of denied it, but we're here to talk about it because I think Douglas Luiz adds a lot to Arsenal if they can pull this off, if they can spend the money. Juventus are quoted 45 million and there is a swap deal or whatever. And I'm sure if Arsenal go for him, it will be about 60 or something, 60 million pounds. I don't think that's a lot though. I don't think that is a lot. You know what I mean? Like Douglas Luiz is 26 years old, great midfielder, absolutely fantastic. And also wanted to speak about Julian Alvarez not happy with the Man City minutes. I think that is public now. He wants to get more game times. He wants Pep to allow him to go to the Olympics. He's not happy. Blah, 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 all this talk. And also, the main topic of the day is Conor Gallagher. Why do Chelsea want to get Conor Gallagher off their books? But also, there is a trick here. If you look in the title, Conor Gallagher is priced at 50 million pounds. Okay, hold on. 50 million pounds. I am thinking there is a game to be played here, right? There is a game to be played here. Maybe. And I'm not sure. I'm just here chatting with you and I want your opinion. Chelsea hierarchy don't want to get rid of Gallagher. But the fans, some of them, they are okay with getting rid of Gallagher. Now Gallagher has 1 year left at his contract because I think 50 million, that's a lot of money to ask for Conor Gallagher at the current moment. He's linked to Spurs. He's linked to Aston Villa. I think he adds a lot to Spurs, especially if they get rid of Højbjerg and they get Conor Gallagher. That's a massive thing for them. I think that's a good deal for Spurs, but 50 million I think is a lot for Conor Gallagher. He has qualities. He isn't bad and everything, but I just think it's a lot to ask, especially for a player who, I am not mistaken, has 1 year left at his contract. If I am not mistaken, I'm actually looking it up. His deal ends in 2025, so has 1 year. But listen, I wanted to start first with Manchester United. But listen, over 160 of you here. Let's get the likes up to 100 so we get more people watching. I want to get your opinions. I want to get what you guys think. Listen, the grind doesn't stop. I'm here. This is my third stream of the day. After Footy JUDGEMO in the morning, straight facts, and then I have al-ahwa after this. So at least the least you can do for me is listen, hit that like button. And Abdullah here, Abdullah Jamal, welcome. I talk more about the Champions League and I don't like Barcelona. That's very public, Abdullah. So Abdullah, the Barca fan from America, joining us. Thank you so much. But I wanted to speak about the Leny Yoro guy, right? Wallahi, Rafiq, I'm trying. I promise you, Rafiq, I am trying to make it a full-time job. I stream so much, and I'm trying to make it a full-time with you guys, with your support, with the like button, sharing the streams, you guys watching, enjoying the content if you are, and interacting with the channel. It's what makes it, it's going to make it full-time. I'm trying. I am on Al-Ahwa, I am on Saeed, I'm on Damn Pots, I'm on Footy JUDGEMO, I'm on the Football Terrace. Of course, I'm trying, my friend. I am actually trying. But I wanted to start with Manchester United. I hope you can hear me well as well. This 50 million bid for Leny Yoro, and I went and I looked at some. Listen, I don't watch. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you that I'm watching Lille, right? Um, the problem with it is it's too expensive for an 18 years old. I watched some compilations. The guy looked good. The guy looked great and everything, but I actually think 50 million for an 18 years old. And let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. 50 million for an 18 years old is a lot. Is a lot of money for a 50 for an 18 years old. I want to look at actually his stats. We're gonna look together. Let's look together at his stats. Let's look together and how. So the first one I compared this guy to, right? Bro, this shirt has been with me for years. What are you talking about? Come on, I've been this for with years. Let's look at Leny Yoro. I am comparing Leny Yoro here to William Saliba. The reason why I'm comparing him to William Saliba, he's French, coming from the French league, all this stuff. 50 million for him. He wins a lot of his aerial duels, as you guys can see. He wins a lot of aerial, but the carrying is not similar to William Saliba. His passes is good, so he can pass the ball. His pass percentage is very, very good. His defensive actions are good as well. I am comparing him to William Saliba because in the younger market, the way I looked at him, he kind of plays like William Saliba. He kind of plays like William Saliba, but also he's more aggressive, more of a Gabriel. I actually think this is going to be a fun. If Man United can pull this off, I actually think it's going to be a fantastic signing for them. I think this is going to be something that, like, this is Man United moving to the next level. However, again, another 18 years old. They have Lisandro Martinez. If Lisandro Martinez can stay fit and they get this kid, I'm not sure if he's going to start or not, but he looks absolutely fantastic. Of course, this is me watching some compilations, some footage against, I think he played against Man United. I think I watched some compilations for a full game. His touches against PSG. He looks all right. Right? He looks all right. And if you think we need to compare him to another player, we can, of course. So I am maybe comparing him to Gabriel Magalhaes. So Gabriel Magalhaes is completely a different type of player. You know what I mean? But I think this guy can add a lot to what Man United has at the current moment in terms of defense. They need defenders because Varane is gonna go. They're gonna renew Johnny Evans, which is, I think, is kind of, it's not a bad move to get Johnny Evans another year as a backup. He's on very low wages, Johnny Evans. You know what I mean? He isn't someone who takes like space, and he was beneficial to them. He's free. He's not going to cost them a penny. If he's their fifth or fourth center back, I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. Leny Yoro, on the other hand, looked like a good player, good prospect, 18 years old. The 50 million is a lot, and we can actually take a look at it. Take a look at what they actually said. This is the news from the Marca and stuff, that Leny Yoro, they are ready to offer little 51 million pounds for Leny Yoro. That's a lot. That's a lot, to be honest, for a kid. Listen, the problem in this day and age, the market, it's kind of like I see the prices of the players, and it's absolutely crazy, people. And I'm sure that you agree with me. I am sure you agree with me, right? It's crazy that a price of a 18 years old nowadays is 50 million pounds. 50 million pounds. That is crazy. Like if Man United put a bid on the table, I think Maybe the scouts see something that we don't see. So let's go to what Man United need and how much will they have to spend. If they aren't keeping Amrabat and they aren't keeping, and Christian Eriksen has left Man United, and they keep Bruno Fernandes, Man United at least, and they have Mason Mount, they need at least 2 midfielders, and these 2 midfielders cannot be trash. Here you go. Here is my problem. They cannot be trash. These 2 midfielders that they're gonna get, because they're gonna have Kobe, but basically they have 2 starters in the midfield. You know what I mean? 2 starters in the midfield, right? That's what I mean. Watch, and I want to guys tell you something. What I'm gonna about to do now is something that I did a lot of time, and I spoke about this a lot of time. And hear me out for the next part about the defenders. Hear me out for the next part about the defenders. You remember when I sat with HUSAM and I sat with Terry and I told him about Braithwaite, this guy, and I said he plays for Everton. I can't judge him because he plays for Everton and stuff like this. It's because, and before I do the next comparison, I am going to compare Leny Yoro to Braithwaite at the current moment. And you're going to see why when I speak about this, it's kind of a little bit, my opinion doesn't change about how footballers being scouted and the risk and all the attributes you see in a player is this, guys. What we see in front of us, and I hope that you see what's in front of you guys. But first, can we get to 150 likes, right? Braithwaite. I said that. Braithwaite. Braithwaite, Jordi. Tune. I said that. Braithwaite. Can we get the like button, please? Can we get the like? I want to have 150 like. The like button is underneath your live chat. So come on, people. What you see in front of you is Leny Yoro in blue. Leny Yoro in blue. And Braithwaite in yellow. What do we understand from this thing? Braithwaite, not brain. Braithwaite. Thank you, guys. Braithwaite. Is that good? Braithwaite is good for you? Is that good? Brand, not brain. Brand. Okay, thank you. That's great. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. What we want to talk about here is the difference between a player that plays for Lille and a player that plays for Everton. If you look at this, you see a lot of defensive actions, a lot of duels being won by Braithwaite, right? Why? And we can actually check that. Let me check if that factually is correct or not, right? I am going to Ligue 1, to France, okay? I'm going to go to France together, right? And we're going to check something. Stats, teams. Here is the thing. I'm going to show you something, the difference between the Premier League and the French League, Ligue 1. And you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about and how you judge a player, right? It's this. Looking at this again. Okay, here we go. In the Premier League, in the stats of this season, right? Exactly, different profiles. Everton have 40% ball position. So Braithwaite isn't asked to defend in a high line, isn't asked to defend in spaces, and isn't asked to pass the ball around and start the play and do the offensive actions. That's why when we look at this, Braithwaite look like a lot of defensive actions, right? And a lot of duels. While if you look at Ligue 1, like Ligue 1, Lille is the second team in terms of ball position in the league. That means this guy, Leny Yoro, who played 32 games in the league this season, as you can see, is asked to defend in spaces, pass the ball. That's why if you compare the forward passes percentages versus Braithwaite and the passes he completes within the game, you'll see the massive difference. And that's what I always talk about. It is completely different if you get a player that play for a position-based team to play for Manchester United than a player that play in a team that basically have 40% ball position. This kid has not been judged, Brand, and I'm not saying he's gonna be bad. What I'm saying is that the risk has not been judged in a high line, has not been judged when he asked to pass the ball around and play from the back. He hasn't. Does that make sense now? Let me repeat that again. A player that plays for Everton for a 40% possession team cannot be judged on the passes, cannot be judged on defending in spaces, cannot be judged in defending on a high line. While a player that play for a team like Lille, who are second in terms of ball position in the league, are, of course, with the respect of the difficulty of the league, right? Right? It is completely different. It is completely different. That's why when I say I would rather, if I'm a big team like a Man United or a Chelsea or a Arsenal, when I say a big team, I mean a player, right? A player that plays for a team that is supposed to have ball position, right? It's a less risk than if you play for a team that doesn't have position. And that Mo here, thank you for the comment. That's why when I said Declan Rice, I said Declan Rice playing for West Ham is completely different than playing for Arsenal. That's why a lot of people, when Declan Rice played at the 6 in the beginning of the season, they kind of questioned his forward passing, his line breaking passing, and they said Thomas Partey does it better because he wasn't asked at West Ham to do that, but he was asked at West Ham to carry the ball, which is what he excelled at Arsenal late. By the way, Declan Rice, I think if I'm not mistaken, he was the number 1 player in carries with the ball, which what he did at West Ham, carry the ball. That's it, right? That's the point. So this is me comparing Leny Yoro to Branthwaite. This is why I'm talking about a profile of a player. Does that make sense? A profile of player. Can we get the likes up a little bit? There is over 200 of you here, and we aren't even on 100 likes. I'm gonna repeat that again. The like button look like a thumbs up underneath your live chat, and it helps the channel massively going to the next person and the next person. The like button is underneath your live chat, so please hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe to the by the way, I am officially about 5 subs away from 21,500, 1 sub away from 21,500. So hit that like button, people, and subscribe to the channel. Share the stream to people so we get more people. Come on, people, you can like the video underneath your live chat. My point about this, and I'm gonna say that now, I actually like if my team gets a player that play in a progressive football team, plays in a position-based team, because that gives me a little bit of comfort. If I can say that correctly, it gives me a little bit of comfort. It gives me some comfort in terms of like, well, this player has been tested. This player has been tested in a high line. This player has been tested with the ball at their feet, blah, 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 all this stuff. You know what I mean? If we compare William Saliba, I don't think William Saliba's data does not exist back in the days, but we can look at it another day. But that's for Manchester United. Also, Manchester United are linked to left backs. So they want to bring, and that's what I've spoken about. They are lacking, they need a couple of center backs, and they need a left back. And they are linked to someone from Bournemouth. And also, there is a link that is very, like, it's not confirmed. There is no like a big source about it. Man United are linked to Theo Hernandez from AC Milan. I actually, with Ara Sharafadat, I think if Theo Hernandez goes to AC Milan, he changes everything for them, in my opinion. Everything. I promise you, he changes everything for them, in my opinion, because I think this guy is absolutely out of this world. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. The problem is his price is north of 50 million pounds as well, which is a lot of money. A lot of money. But Man United, we'll see. By the way, Kimmich to Barcelona and Hansi Flick is not. I don't know about that. Uncle Justin, he will go to Bayern. By the way, there are rumors that actually Alphonso Davies might be staying at Bayern. That means if Alphonso Davies stays at Bayern, he isn't going. I don't think Theo Hernandez is gonna go. Theo can defend. He's not a bad defender at all. He's not a bad defender, right? My point about Theo is he's a very offensive player more than defensive player. You will need Theo is good to the point that I think you will need to accommodate him and play probably a defensive midfielder to cover his area. He's very good as a football player. I like Theo Hernandez. We have DeMarco at Inter, but I like Theo Hernandez a lot. I think he's very offensive. I think he's, by the way, if he goes to Man United, I think, to be honest, he actually changes that left-sided for Man United a lot. Like, he is very offensive, by the way. He isn't a defensive player. He isn't like his brother. He is more of an offensive player. But there's a lot of fullbacks in the league that are more offensive than being defensive. People have to accept that. That's why there's a DM that freaking covers for them. Oh my God, he needs to be defensively. If a player is defensively amazing and offensively great, he will be worth 80 to 90 million pounds. He isn't. He's absolutely a very, very offensive left back. That doesn't mean he cannot defend, by the way. For everybody, that doesn't mean he cannot defend, right? He can defend. He's just not a strong defender. He's 26 years old, so still at his prime, in my opinion. He's still at his prime. The problem is that he's going to cost an arm and a leg. But I actually think that he is someone that they should look at. They should look at Man United. But again, how much money can Man United spend? And it comes to the last point. I'm going to speak about Man United about this. Man United need a lot of players to actually have a team that is competent next season. And the problem is to get that much. So let's just establish this. Brandt's weight is going to cost at least 40, 50 million pounds. This kid, Leny Yoro, is going to cost 50 million pounds. That's 100. If they need a left back, it's not going to cost less than 30 million pounds. They want to sign Olise, that is going to cost 50 million pounds. That's 170 million pounds, right? They need two midfielders at least, assuming that Bruno's not going to go. So if Bruno, McTominay, Kobe Mainoo, and Mason Mount stay, they play in Europa League, by the way, and they have the two cups. They need two midfielders. These two midfielders, at least, and I'm saying the minimum you're going to spend on two midfielders is 60 million pounds. That's if you get a scrubs. That's if you don't get like amazing midfielders. So Man United basically need to build the team decently. They need at least 200 million plus. 200 million plus. Fofana isn't going to cost 25 million. But that's what I mean. At least 50 million pounds. 50 million pounds for Man United to rebuild the midfield, because remember, they had Amrabat, Casemiro. So I'm assuming they're going to sell Casemiro. I think they're going to get maximum for Casemiro 35, 40 million pounds. This is it. Right? This is it. They're going to get 35, 40 million. That's max. Max for Casemiro. So the thing about it is that Man United, at least in this transfer market, this crazy transfer market, they need at least 200 million pounds. That's by the way, I forgot to tell you, they released Martial, so they need another striker. They have one striker. Seriously, Man United need 50 million in the midfield. Offensively, if they want to sign the right winger for Olise, someone like Olise is going to cost 50 million, so that's 100 million. Do they want to sign a striker to play for Højlund when Højlund is not there? Let's say they're going to sign the scrubbest of the scrubs of a striker that is going to cost 25 million. Now we're talking about 125 million. They're gonna sign 2 center backs or 1 center back. At least I do the math. At least 200 million. At least 200 million. That's included plus the money that they're gonna get from selling Casemiro. This is it. 200 million is freaking crazy, bro. They want 200 million to rebuild. By the way, putting in your mind that they just spent Man United 400 million over the past 2 seasons, didn't they? Am I wrong here? Didn't they spend 200 million over the past 2 seasons? So they need. This is crazy. Okay. What's his name? Whose name? Gigi. Whose name? Whose name? Whose name? My name? My name is JUDGEMO. It is everywhere. It's right here in front of me. You can see JUDGEMO right here in front of me. And also the channel says JUDGEMO. It's crazy. It's crazy. But thank you. Welcome aboard. And I want to listen, people. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And we have hit 21,500. Right? And also, let's get to 150 guys. I want you guys to get me to 150, 200 likes to get more people here. Come on. Come on. 150 to 200 likes. I want moving on from Man United because we spoke about them a lot, though. We spoke about them a lot. There is a couple of news that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Couple of news. Number one, LB just did a stream. Hear me out. This is important. And this news came out after. Newcastle are reluctant to join forces with Manchester City in their legal battle with the Premier League over state-sponsored spending freedom. The Saudi-owned club are expected to take a neutral stance in discussions tomorrow. Guys, this is crazy, actually. I actually think... I'm not here to discuss this, but this news dropped. And it's crazy that Newcastle are not joining forces with Man City, who are literally kind of defending them. But I'm not going to discuss this. I'm actually going to discuss something completely different. Right? It's this. Julian Alvarez. It is very likely that Julian Alvarez will leave Manchester City this summer. From Ballon d'Or nominee, from Man United thing, from from Man City. So this guy is that too. He is about to leave Manchester City this summer window. I like Julian Alvarez. I think he's a good player. He was misused this season in a lot of games as a midfielder, right? I actually think he's a good player. I don't think he's going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not going to be that. He's a very good player, effective as a forward, but I don't think like he's going to be like listen, I wanted to give you an example that is true. I don't know. He can be very good in La Liga. He's quick between the lines and stuff like this. I am not sure if this guy 150%. He literally forced him into the squad, played him as a left wing, him as a midfielder, and then he gave up and put him on the bench. Done. At the end, he gave up and put him on the bench. HUSAM. Literally, that's what he did, by the way. That's what he did. He literally used him in the beginning of the season behind Haaland, then used him as a midfielder, then used him as a left wing, and then he put him on the bench, and then he used to come off the bench. And he's like, I give up. I tried to use him. And that's why all City fans were actually not amazed by him this season. And it's crazy, to be honest. It's absolutely crazy. If he stays next season, I don't think he's used at Man City as much as people think. I think this kid needs to go to Spain. Needs to go to Spain. I maybe a thought came to my mind, and I'm just about to. I am. I am gonna say something that is crazy. Do you guys think Arsenal? Imagine if Arsenal go in and try to buy Julian Alvarez. Can you imagine that? If Arsenal go in and instead of buying Cisco, they could just go to Man City and try to buy Julian Alvarez. I think I would laugh. I think I would make a stream laugh for an hour. Genuinely, I think if Arsenal go in and just, for example, give Man City like 40 million, huh? And they're like, we want Julian Alvarez. I think I would make a stream and get like 3 of my Arsenal friends and then just start laughing. I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny, to be honest. I genuinely think it'd be funny. I think would laugh, would sit here and laugh. And then 2 years, 1 year later, Havertz is starting over him. You know what I mean? And he's crying to the media and he's asking to leave Arsenal. Basically, Zinchenko. You know, I think it would be crazy. Do I think Julian Alvarez is a bad player? I don't think so. I think Julian Alvarez is a good player. He's actually not bad at all. But the problem with him is that there is Haaland. I keep thinking the situation in my head. I, I keep imagining 3 weeks from now, and then Arsenal put in a bid of 50 million. Cisco, Cisco, Cisco goes to Bilal, welcome. Cisco goes to Chelsea for 50 million. Well, I'm just joking. Cisco goes to Chelsea for 50 million. Arsenal are sitting down. We need a striker now. They go to Pep Guardiola. Arteta goes to Pep. And hey, Pep, I'm taking Julian Alvarez off your hand. I think it would be funny, though. I think it would be funny. I think that would be funny. Um, isn't Gabriel Jesus short as well, bro? We are in a new target man era. Yes. Here's the thing. I don't think, listen, I actually, in my opinion, they're completely different players, Julian Alvarez and Cisco. I haven't watched a lot of Cisco. I watched, of course, Julian Alvarez at Man City. And I think the problem with Julian Alvarez is I actually think it could work at Arsenal. The thing about it is that he can go to Spurs, as someone says, as Austin says. But I actually think he should go to Spain. I think if he goes to Barcelona, for example, be the understudy to Lewandowski, I think he can bang. I think he can bang. Um, I think he can absolutely bang, to be honest with you. I think he's not a bad player, Julian Alvarez. Like, I think he is someone who I rate. I don't think he's a bad football player. I think just the problem is he hasn't gotten uh I think they haven't gotten him like a game as a striker, a game after a game after a game. And that is the problem with Julian Alvarez. Like, there is Haaland in front of him, right? That is the problem. Thank you, Bilal. When are you guys joining me, Bilal? When are you joining me again, Bilal, on the streams? Um, by the way, there's people that say there is breaking news that this and that. This that Newcastle are reluctant came after the news that Chelsea, Newcastle, and Aston Villa are joining forces with Man City. So we aren't sure which is which. That's the thing about it. I wouldn't. I would take Julian Alvarez as my third striker. Remember, Interplay was two striker formation. So I would actually take him. He's a not. By the way, Julian Alvarez is not a bad player. He's a good player. He's a good player, in my opinion. Julian Alvarez, like I genuinely think he's a good player. He isn't someone who I would sit here and I don't watch a lot of Serie A, Muhammad. Listen, I don't know, to be honest. I haven't watched enough of the player. Malik Thiaw, you mean about Thiaw? Thiaw's a good player. Okay, you said Malik, so Thiaw is a good player. He's a good player. I rate him. I watched him. He's fantastic. Comes the other news that, of course, the Conor Gallagher thing. We spoke about Conor Gallagher. We didn't. Conor Gallagher, Chelsea, all the stuff. Chelsea, Arsenal, Conor Gallagher, Spurs, and all this talk. Guys, you keep asking me questions. You threw me off. It is Benjamin Sesko. Fabrizio Romano tweeted earlier today that Benjamin Sesko taken some more days to decide his future. I'm a fake Inter fan. Absolutely, Wesley. 100% I'm a fake Inter fan. We're in Inter. Behind me, a shirt by Stankovic, old shirt up front here. I'm a fake Inter fan that I just collected. I collected the jerseys for Inter because I'm a fake fan. Yes, I'm a fake fan. For everybody saying, if I'm a fake fan, go watch my watch along for Inter and Atletico Madrid, and you will know if I'm a fake fan or not for Inter. So brilliant. Fantastic comment. Cisco, though, there is still new contract proposal from RB Leipzig on the table. Meanwhile, Cisco said no to 30 million. 30 million. Right? 30 million. Man United, Arsenal, and Chelsea all have approached Cisco. So that means Arsenal saying right, that we did the groundwork or whatever thing, the leg work or whatever you want to call it. I actually don't believe that. I actually think that Chelsea probably. Hold on. Breaking news. Breaking news. Chelsea are thought to be the club that have provided a statement which challenges rule on associated party transactions. So Chelsea are the ones that actually challenging the rules. So why is it Man City that are being said to sue the league though? Hold on. Why are Chelsea, let me bookmark this. Why are Chelsea the club? Why is Man City the ones suing the league? If Chelsea are the ones provided the statement, and that's my Keegan though. Why are City suing the league instead of Chelsea then? Hold on, that's kind of, you guys see, this is very confusing though, isn't it? It's very confusing. If Chelsea are the ones who provided the statement, why aren't they suing the league? Why are Man City suing the league? Okay. No more Chelsea. Can someone explain to me here? They're providing support, have provided a statement which challenges rules on association and associating. Okay, so they are basically made a statement. Maybe I'm getting this wrong. I am getting this wrong. Oh, so Chelsea are just supporting Man City. Okay, but Man City are the people that are still suing the league. Okay. We're here for it. Okay, we got it. I got it. Okay. The Mail Sport have said, here we go, another breaking news. Chelsea, Newcastle, Aston Villa all have sympathy for Manchester City's position against the Premier League on the rules on associated party transaction. Okay, so now we are very confused. Because this one, the Telesports, the Telegraph, okay, hold on. Telegraph saying that Newcastle are not supporting Man City. But the Mail Sports are saying that Newcastle support Manchester City. Wallahi, this is the most confusing situation I've seen. Halas? Yani this is the most confusing shit I have seen in my life. Telegraph says something, BBC says something, and then the Mail Sports say something else. The Mail Sports says so. Okay, I'm done with this. This is bullshit, bro. This is absolute bullshit, bro. This is crazy. You guys, hold on. What the actual F is happening here? What are we getting dragged into? Chelsea and Aston Villa and Newcastle are back in bro. Here you go, bro. We're gonna know, broski. Watch this. Aston Villa have sympathy. What the fuck is that sympathy shit? What is that fucking sympathy shit? Have sympathy? What's sympathy? Anyway, moving on from the shit. Going back to Cisco. I'm going back to Cisco and Chelsea and Arsenal and all this shit. So back to what Arsenal think that they did the legwork for Cisco. Now it looks like Man United and Chelsea have spoken to them. I know Rafiq. I know what ta'atuf, sympathy. That's not official shit. They have sympathy. How can you measure sympathy, Rafiq? Rafiqov, how can I measure sympathy? I can't measure the sympathy. Oh yeah, Man City, I have sympathy with you. Be a man. Chelsea, Newcastle, Mohammed bin Salman, and the people of Saudi Arabia, be a man and provide a statement supporting Man City. Stop this bullshit. If you want to support Man City, go ahead and provide an official statement. Be a man. Back your decision then. Oh, they have sympathy for Manchester City. I have sympathy for Man City, but I'm not with them. Listen, I don't know this guy. I have sympathy for him. He's fighting the bad guy. Okay, if they have sympathy, that means they think that Man City are fighting the bad guy. Okay, so go fight with them. You're in the same house. Do you know what is happening here? Do you know what is that? This is the analogy. We all live in one house. We all live in one house, right? I'm not afraid to get politically. We all live in one house, and my friends. We all share a house. Someone is trying to rob my house. You know what I mean? Someone is trying to rob my house, or someone is coming to argue with my brother or my friend, and I see my friend fighting this guy. And I'm like, oh, I have sympathy for you. Go fight, ya akhi. Go fight. If you think, go fight with them. I think this all reports are bullshit. I actually think the only official thing is that Man City sued the Premier League. All this Newcastle, this Aston Villa, that Arsenal are the one who do that. Nothing is fucking official. Everything is just reports. Nothing is official. Going back to the transfers. Cisco. I don't know why everyone is fighting over Cisco. If he has a release clause of 65 million. I don't get it. Like, also 50 million for Cisco isn't cheap though. It's not that cheap. It's not that cheap. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that cheap, 50 million for him. The problem is the striker market is weak. I actually think at the end, Chelsea are going to pay the money. They need another striker. If they are convinced that Cisco is the guy, You know that if Arsenal bid, Chelsea are gonna outbid them. Arsenal aren't fools. I want to say that the board of Chelsea, they have proven lately to be a little bit fools in terms of overpaying. The couple of negotiations that they were successful in is Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, but I think Holland was 70 million pounds, 65 million pounds. What? Who keeps saying Alvarez to Chelsea? Stop throwing me off. Joker Gaming. But the final thing is, I actually think this notion of the people fighting over Cisco, that's going to be a bidding war, right? It's going to be a bidding war. And I'm not in for a bidding. To be honest with you, I don't think he's worth that much to be a bidding war on him. Can you guys let me know, yes or no? And I'm going to ask a straight question. Over 300. And guys, I want to ask you something. I really want to reach. It's a real link. People are saying. I want you guys to reach 300 likes right here. So if you haven't liked the video, the like button look like thumbs up. And I'm going to show you how. Because I really want your help here. For this particular show, I want your help. I really want you guys to hit the like button. Because the like button, it looks like, what the? It looks like, you see? Okay, there you go. It looks like you just turn off the chat. And the like button look like thumbs up. Please hit that like button. Let's get to 300 likes right off the bat. It helps the channel massively, by the way. The like button hits the channel massively. I think at the end, Cisco, let me check this Julian Alvarez to Chelsea thing. Let me check. Is that real though? News. Atletico eyeing Julian Alvarez. Atletico Madrid. Chelsea won. No. I don't think that. I don't see any links. If someone has a link, just send me. Just send me the link though. I didn't see the link. Before you finish the question, answer on Cisco is no. Okay. Is Cisco worth a bidding war? Yes or no? Anyone? 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 Is Cisco worth a bidding war? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. So we agree that Cisco isn't worth a bidding war. Right? Actually, LB just tweeted that Julian Alvarez can be a swap deal with Antoine Griezmann. It would work, to be honest. It would work. It would work at Man City, though. Again, I'm going to ask you again. I want to get to 200 likes live. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let's get it. 21,505 and counting. Cisco, though, if Arsenal are going to depend on Kai Havertz, I think Cisco is a good option. I'm going to repeat that again. If Arsenal are going to rely on Kai Havertz, I think Cisco is going to be the good option. Chelsea need a first striker unless Nkunku is going to be the striker. So Chelsea need a striker. In my opinion, Chelsea shouldn't be looking at Cisco. Oh my God. Is that they're crazy, bro? Man City are crazy. Watch this. Manchester City want 80 million euros. They want 70 million pounds to sell Julian Alvarez. They're taking the piss. They're taking the piss. They want 70 million pounds. Whoa. How much is 80 million euros? It's 68 million pounds. Anybody think that's worth it? Do you guys think it's worth it? 77 million pounds. Are you kidding me? Oh no, they're taking the piss, bro. They're taking the piss. Broski. Whoa. Julian Alvarez is a good football player. 45, 50, because he played well in the beginning of the season. But bro, that's too much money, bro. 80 million euros is a lot of freaking money. Oh my god. Well, if Havertz was 65 million pounds, why not Julian Alvarez? Same price. Yeah, that's actually true. I see the point here. I see what you're talking about, to be honest. I see what you're talking about. Well, if Kai Havertz is 65 million, okay, one name only. Who's better, Kai Havertz or Julian Alvarez? One name and one name only. And be honest. Please be honest. Please be honest. Please be honest. Kai Havertz or Julian Alvarez? Just one name, Havertz or Alvarez? Please be honest. Even if you're an Arsenal fan, be honest with me, please. Please. Honest answer, everyone. Over 400 people here. Honest answer. Okay. Okay, we're talking. We're talking. Oh, Alvarez. Huh? Do you want my opinion? I would take Julian Alvarez. That's my opinion. I would take Julian Alvarez. So if Kai Havertz is 65 million, yeah, Julian Alvarez. That's not bad. That's not bad. Julian Alvarez for 50. Julian Alvarez for. I'm about to end the stream though. I actually we can do a poll quickly. But we can do a poll if you're only gonna. Here you go. Quickly vote. Quickly vote. Here you go. We just did it. Vote quickly. Yeah, and if Conor Gallagher is worth 50 million, Julian Alvarez 67 or 65 million pounds is not a lot at all. Julian Alvarez, Argentinian, can score goals. Yeah, not bad. It's not bad at all. Quickly. And can we get the likes to 200 likes? A lot of people are voting Havertz, bro. Wow. Lots of people. Quickly. I need 300 votes right now, people. 300 votes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Gallagher's English tax. Yes, I agree. Yes. Yes. I actually think so. I'm going to tell you why. At that time, Lukaku scored over 30 goals for Inter, won the league for Inter for the first time in 10 years. He was lethal under Antonio Conte. So that market, he was worth 100. So yes. Why would I do a watch along Mexico versus Uruguay? Why would I do that? My what? Ah, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, guys, this has been an absolutely amazing stream. more people voting Alvarez than Havertz. I get it. But I want to say, I want to thank you guys. Tomorrow we have an amazing, amazing, amazing stream. Amazing, amazing stream. So let's turn on the. I want you guys to turn on the notification bell. Stay here. We're gonna go to Al Ahwa after this. Mostly in Europe, and I don't watch a lot of Mexico and South American football. I just don't. Big up everybody that joined us. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you all. And we are out of here, people. Thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. LB, Osam, and Dan Potts.